Buddy, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Randa, and today we are doing our weekly Flosstube episode. I just woke up probably about 45 seconds ago, so we're not gonna talk about this. Also, I have both of the Punk Rooskies out this morning, so I'll beat your ass. Stop. So this is my get out. Get out. Oh my god, Ollie, Lord have mercy. This is going to be a little more chaotic than usual, because usually I put the animals up to film videos. For whatever reason, they're out today. I don't know why I choose this life. So hopefully they'll kind of live their best life, and yeah. So if you guys noticed, it has been 2 weeks since I filmed a Flosstube video. I did not get around to filming my Flosstube video last week. I just was very busy, did not have the time. So now we have 2 weeks worth of stuff to catch up on. That includes a few purchases, a new whip update, 2 fully finished objects. Yeah. So, as you heard in my whippin' chat, I'm trying to not buy very much because I'm trying to save all of the money that I can for a house. Because Perry and I do plan on buying a house soon. So, I mean, and by soon, I mean like at some point after I graduate high school. At some point after I graduate college, which is in May. So we'll see when exactly that is, but it's best to start saving now because we're going to be upgrading our space. We're going to need furniture. My job is going to be based around my computer. I'm going to work at home and like be on my computer all day, so I'm going to need a new computer because mine is like slow as crap, and I'm going to need like a desktop and probably multiple screens and like the whole 9 yards. So that's going to cost money. So like it's better to just start saving now and stop buying cross stitch, you know, because I have enough. So, so I don't have a ton in terms of purchases. All of it is stuff that I have talked to you about before, I think, except for one thing that's not here yet. It is out for delivery, but I don't have it in my hands yet. So I'll flash in pictures and tell you about that in a minute. Let me tell you a little bit of a story about where we left off that will lead into current whip update. Does that sound good? So last you saw, I was still working on, I literally had to watch my Flosstube video last night, my own Flosstube video, because I had to remember where we were 2 weeks ago and where we are now, because it's changed so drastically. We were, oh my god, she just stepped on my frame. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't get off the frame. She's gonna crack the glass. Stop it. I'm gonna just like hold it in my lap here. Get out the camera. Go. Thank you. This is chaos. Yes, good. Lay. Good girl. Lay down. Good. Last you saw, I was about to finish the bottom of Raven by Nora Corbett and then was going to go on to the top. Yeah, I finished that like later that week. I finished the whole thing because the top took significantly less time than the bottom because it was not as dense stitching. So it took a lot less time. And then that weekend when I went to the store, I bought a frame for it and framed it. So it's not perfect because I framed it myself. So you can still see it's a little bit wrinkly, but it's not the end of the world. I don't really care. I did try to iron it, but this witch-old fabric didn't iron out very well. Either that or my iron fucking sucks. One of the two. But this is her. Yeah! Sorry, I'm trying to get because there's my phone in the glare, yes. There's my balcony in the glare, yes. Okay, look at the stitching. This is her. You see, so like as you can see, it's still like a little bit wrinkly down here and a little bit wrinkly right there, but like it's fine. If you don't remember, this is called Raven by Nora Corbett. This is part of her Bewitching Pixies series. they're chasing each other. It's fine. It is stitched 2/1 on a 32 count milk chocolate linen by Witchelt. And it is stitched all in DMC, all called for in DMC, except I didn't use any of the beads. Instead, I used thread that I had in my stash and did French knots. Otherwise, everything else is called for. Yeah, didn't it turn out good? The one place where I know for a fact I made a mistake is that in the back stitching on her skin, you're supposed to only use one thread, and I accidentally used two. It's fine. I still think it looks fine. It's like, it looks a little thick, but it still looks good to me, so so that's what we got. And then we got French knots all down here in her dress, in her skirt, French knots all along here. They get a little messy up here, but they're still cute. And then the moon has a DMC blend in it. And I was a little off on the bats, so the bats like right around the moon are not perfectly counted out and stuff, but rude. but they're bats. They don't need to be in the perfect position. Like, they're fine. Look at how good. And then I just got this frame at Walmart. I think it was $6 or $7 at Walmart. It is in a 8x10 frame. And I frame it myself, so it's not perfect, so you can see, like, little pieces of the fabric sticking out back here. But, like, it's on the wall. You're never going to see it, so who cares? I did as good as I could. Because I wanted it to still lay perfectly flat while also not having yards of fabric hanging out the back. But, like, a little bit does, so it's fine. Yeah. This is cross-stitch finish number 2. Isn't it nice? Isn't it nice? This came with like a mat in it to make it like, it was matted to 5x7. I just took that mat out and left it in an 8x10. Yeah, doesn't it look good? I really like it. So it is currently hanging on this wall up here. It's right above me on this wall right here next to my fireplace. And that is where it will hang throughout the spooky season, until we hit Christmas, and then I'll probably change it out with a Christmas piece and then store this away until next Halloween. Or until I feel like pulling it back out again. We'll see. But it'll come back out again someday, but for now, it is hanging up on the wall until then. I think it looks really good, and I'm really proud of it, and I'm really excited about it. I think it looks real good. And it is behind glass. I know some people don't do that, but I think it looks fine, and I think it protects it, and otherwise it would not stick in the frame without the glass, so like it's gotta be there. Yeah, I think it looks good. And it does have a thing that it could stand up. No, I just hang it on the wall. Yeah. So then after that, I told you guys last week that I was starting a piece after that. It was a little piece that I got off of Etsy. It's called Happy Fall by Cherry Hill Stitchery. And I was going to have it be a little sign on my front door for fall. I finished that too. I finished it in less than a week, and then fully finished it either that night or the night after I finished stitching it. I fully finished it into a sign. It's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but it still looks good and it still works. So this is it. This is Happy Fall by Cherry Hill Stitchery. This is, okay, I was about to say everything called for. It's like the opposite of that. It is not called for on this fabric. This is a 28 count. I think this is 28 count. Pumpkin Linen by Weeks Dye Works. I had originally purchased this for another piece and then ended up using it for this. And I think it looks good. And it is called for in DMC and Weeks Dye Works. But everything is just like random Walmart threads from my stash. That's what all of this is. But I think it looks really good. I just did like DMC conversions, and you heard me talk about it in my last video. I did, if you notice, change the color of the big pumpkin in the center. You can see in these flowers there's like some bright red. Okay, you can see it better here. So there's the yellow. That's the color that would have been the pumpkin, is like that orange color below the yellow. So it would have shown up, and I still used that color in this. but I figured because the pattern is orange, like a lot of the pattern is orange and the fabric is orange, that it might have been too much orange, and so I went ahead and made that a white pumpkin. Now, this is stitch 2/1. Yes. No, 2/1, 2/2. And the rest of it looks great, 2/2. If I had known before because I completely stitched this pumpkin, realized I messed it up, ripped it out, stitched it again. I got like halfway through the stitching it again when I realized, the coverage on that white is not my favorite. If I had realized that the first time, I would have stitched just this pumpkin, probably like 3/2, like 3 strands of thread over 2 to make that coverage a little better. Or I at least would have tried that to see if it looked better. But like, I still think it looks fine. And then I used, you can see this like bottom color on the acorn. I used that for the lines within the pumpkin. I think it looks good. Like I said, it's not perfect because the pumpkin's not perfect, but everything else looks really, really cute. It was a really quick stitch, really easy. And then I have it wrapped around, this is actually a canvas. It's very thin though. So it's a very thin 5x7 canvas that I got from Walmart. I got a pack of like 6 or 7 of them. So I'm gonna continue using them because my plan is that I want a sign for every season to hang on the door. So I have a Christmas one I'll talk to you guys about a little bit later, and then I want a spring and a summer one as well. I might end up having a few for specific holidays like Valentine's Day and Easter maybe, you know, stuff like that. But as of right now, I'm planning on like winter, spring, summer, fall. And winter is going to say Merry Christmas. This is going to say Happy Fall. And then a spring and a summer one. Whatever that might end up being. So, but that's the plan. That this is fall. So I got that big pack of 5x7 canvases, and I'm going to just wrap them all around that. It's like a piece of wood, pretty much. So, and then another thing that I would have changed is that I would have cut off some of this fabric, but I literally, you can see the glue marks. I just glued the fabric. I wrapped it around and I glued it because I was like, I don't have a stapler like that could staple something like this, because that was my original plan. And also, this canvas is so thin, I feel like you almost would just staple right through it. So I took my it's like the E3600 or whatever, that glue that I used for my cover minders. It's like a really, really strong glue. You could also use super glue or Gorilla Glue or like some sort of really strong glue. That's what I used to glue this fabric down. And then as you can see, it's technically a 3M, whatever, it's a command strip. What are you barking at, madam? Excuse the frick out of you. Get out of the camera, thank you. Stop. You know what, this is going on the table because stop stepping on it. That's my own fault. This is a command strip. So what this is, I have the other side obviously on my door. The reason I'm able to take this off and show to you, because this is one of the, you can't see it, you can hear it though. This is one of the command strips that Velcro to each other. So you're able to take it off and replace it with something else. So the plan is that I'm just gonna leave it there. The one on the door, leave it there, and then leave this one there. That way I can just rip signs off and exchange them for each season until we move out, and then I can remove it because it's from the door, because it's a command strip that you can just take off. Are you chewing on a toy? Yes, you are. Good girl. Okay. I wanted to make sure she wasn't chewing on something she shouldn't be, but she's chewing on a toy. Cheryl, if you're watching, she's chewing on one of the toys that you gave her. She freaking loves those things. But anyway, that's the plan. That way I can rip it off to show it to you, or I can rip it off to change it out with different signs. Like I said, I would have taken some of this excess fabric off if I was thinking. That way it was a little less, because you can see it pops out a little bit up here. Like, it's not perfect, but it looks good. I like it. For my very first ever kind of finish like this, I think it turned out really good. And I'm able to just rip it off and on the door, and it works really, really well. So that's that. So I finished this in less than a week, like I said. And then plans have changed a little bit because I don't know if you guys have seen, it's by, oh God, I said the name wrong at some point in a whip and chat and I said it wrong. It's Country Cottage Needleworks. They do a sampler of the month. And they have all of them released except December is pre-order. You can see December, but it's pre-order. Otherwise, the rest of the months have been released like all of this year. So I'm a little late to the bandwagon. But I have decided, because I've looked through them and loved every single one of them, that I have decided that I'm going to do them for every month of the year. So I'm starting with November, because I should have started with October, but didn't think I was going to be able to finish all of these things in time, but I did. It's fine. We're just going to end with October next year. So I'm going to continue stitching them each month until October next year. And I think I'm going to be stitching them from what seems to be the trend right now, is that I'll be stitching them the month previous. That way they can hang up for the whole month. So like, for example, I'm stitching November right now. And so I'll stitch November in October so that it can sit and hang all in November. And then I'll stitch December and November and January and December and so on and so forth. So all of that goes to say, and I'm going to frame them all and then switch them out every month. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to get one frame and switch out the fabric inside of it, or if I'm going to frame all 12 of them individually and then just switch out. You know what I mean? I haven't decided yet, but because there's like, that's going to be a lot of money versus like, that's going to be a lot of storage to store all those framed pieces versus that's going to be a lot of like switching out every month. And yeah, I don't know. But nonetheless, I am right now stitching November. So you can't see it very well because that picture is really small. But this is the November sampler of the month by Country Cottage Needleworks. I love it. It has, and I'm almost done. So I guess I don't want to. I'm not going to be able to show it to you super well because of where it is in my hoop at the moment, but this is where we're at. So as you guys know, I start in the middle and go all the way down, so I have finished. So right in the middle started like in the center of that house. So I did the house, this full house section with the trees and everything, and then went down to the row with the corn and the pumpkins, and then to the row with the two little pilgrim people and the turkeys. And then the very bottom row, which is folded, which is why you can't see it very well, is just this sort of decorative little thing here at the bottom. And then that repeats. Well, then when you go up, I stitched the part right here that says November, and then going up, it just repeats. So you'll have, here's the start of my corn. You'll have the corn and the pumpkins, the pilgrim and the turkeys, and then the decorative piece, and that will be the top. That's it. So I'm almost done. I'm more than halfway done with this. This is stitched on a 32 count Witchell linen called Beautiful Beige. That is what it's called for. And it is called for an all weeks dye works. I am doing a DMC conversion. So I did my own DMC conversion, and then it ended up not being quite right in some areas. So the one area that I did change it out is their skin, because the color I had picked out for their skin tone was like really gold, and I didn't intend it to be gold. So I just pulled something from Stash that was more like skin toned and did it that way, because that's the only place that that color showed up in this chart was in their skin. So I'll make modifications as we go on, but I should have enough floss to finish like all 12 months. And then I just need to order the pattern and the fabric each month. This fabric is like $5 for this size. I can't remember what size this fabric is, but it's decently small. And it's just a Witchell linen, so it's decently cheap. And then the pattern, and the pattern's about $5. I have already pre-ordered December. So I will be getting the December chart and then stitching that next month in November. This needle minder is, oh God, what is it from? Oh God, is it Mad for Minders? I know it's not Galloway's Gallery. Is it Galloway's Gallery? I'm going to say it's either Galloway's Gallery or Mad for Minders, because for the life of me, I can't remember. Galloway's Gallery is still currently closed, as I think. So check my reminders, and if you don't see it on there, then I don't know. I'm very sorry, but it's a cat in a box. It's just a neutral cover reminder that I thought went really well with this. And then I have the chart on this little baggie here, but it only uses 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 colors. It's very simple. This is like less than a week's worth of progress, and I'm almost done. So, but this is all of the colors. They gave you a list of everything you would need for all 12 months. So all the colors you would need for all 12 months and the quantity you would need for all 12 months. So I just went ahead and ordered all of the DMC that I would need for all 12 months. And then I'll just store them in this bag and continue switching out. Every time I go to kit up, I'll put the new chart and the new fabric in there, and then kit up whatever floss, because obviously you don't need all the flosses for every month. So kit up whatever floss that I need for that month, and then leave the rest of them in here like I'm doing at the moment, and just keep this in my stash so I can just re-kit up every month for the next year. That's the plan. So yeah, this is my whip update, is that I'm almost done. So by the time you'll see this next, it'll be done. I don't know if I'll have it framed, but it'll be done being stitched. So I got the pattern in here. Yeah, 10 out of 10, right? And I'll let you guys know when I get December. Like I said, it's pre-ordered, so it's not like it's shipped or anything. So, but I'll get it. It's still October. Like, I have plenty of time. So, yeah, fun, right? 10 out of 10 fun. Yeah, that's that. So I have it in my 5-inch hoop, because I have it in a hoop because, sad story about my Q-snap, I was going to show you my Q-snap and my cute new grime guard that I got that I talked to you guys about 2 weeks ago. Within a week of receiving that grime guard and loving that grime guard, Ash decided to destroy both my Q-snap and my grime guard. She ripped holes in my grime guard, and she completely ruined my Q-snap because she's the worst. We love her, but she's the worst. So I've already ordered a new Q-snap and a new grime guard, the exact same one, and I ordered a real Q-snap from 123 Stitch, okay? The one that I had was like an off-brand from Yarnology. I got the real Q-snap this time. So I'm going to have a real Q-snap. Ollie, stop chewing on my pattern. I'm going to have a real Q-snap this time, and then the same grime guard, and I'll show you guys that when it gets here, because I just ordered it like yesterday or 2 days ago or something. Anyway, another thing that hadn't come last week that I'm excited to show you is, do you guys remember this Floss Buddy? Yeah! So I had this exact Floss Buddy from Bags Plus on Etsy. A woman named Corinne makes them. She's very, very sweet. Ollie, get off my stitched piece. Thank you. Ash, get off the stitching. Both of you. Both of you. I had this. My life is chaos. I had this exact bag. With this exact fabric, everything. And Ash chewed it up. So she had chewed out a few of the pockets. I showed you that at some point. Can you guys please go play with your toy elsewhere? Here, Ash, go get your toy over there. That does not mean set it in my lap. No, it doesn't. That means go play with it over there. Thank you. No. No. Over there. Thanks. Why do I leave them out? Why did I do that? That was a bad idea. Anyway, Ash had torn out some of the pockets, and so she no longer had this on her Etsy store, and so I was like so sad. So I messaged her talking about maybe trying to get a custom fabric or whatever, and then I was like, you know what? Really, the reason that I'm sad is because I want this exact fabric again. And I was like, is there any way we can do a custom order where you make me like the exact same one that I had? And she was like, oh yeah, I still have that fabric, not a problem. I was like, oh, yay! So she made me, she even she was like, did I use white felt or tan felt? I was like, you used tan felt. And so she made me like the exact same one. This is a 45 pocket Floss Buddy. This is the only thing I will ever use. It has a big vinyl pocket on the front to hold like your pattern and your hoop and as you can see, I have scissors, highlighter, keys for my needles, and then it has all these little pockets on the back. They have a bunch of different, they have 12 pocket and 26 pocket and 35 pocket and 90 pocket, and there's all different kinds of pocket, like number of pockets you can get. I get the 45. Yes. Because then it makes this big enough that I can fit everything in, and pretty much all of my patterns have less than 45 colors, so it works out perfectly. Like I said, this one has 9, so, you know. But yeah, this came in the mail in the past 2 weeks, so I've been using that for my current cross-stitch pattern. Yay, right? So exciting. Okay, so that's that. God, both of you. So that's it for that. Then I only have one thing to show you in terms of, please go play with your toy over there. Let me put some of this away so that they'll fucking stop, because they're driving me crazy. Y'all are being extra today. Y'all are doing the most. So I'm gonna put all of my stuff up here, so maybe you'll leave it alone. There's one thing that I have left to show you. I told you guys I was ordering this in my last video, and it came. Do you see Ash upside down? Anyway, this is Celtic Summer by Lavender and Lace. I have it. It's here. It's ready to go. It's all kitted up, ready to go. Yes, good. So here's the little bag that the pattern came in. You got a little picture and the pattern behind it. I want to make sure that I actually have that in the right... I don't think I do, because I just noticed. Hey, this chart, I forget how big this is supposed to be stitched on. This chart is humongo. So, let's see. I'm looking at it so that I can make sure I give you the right information. Yeah, okay, so it does call for some Mill Hill beads. I don't have any of the Mill Hill beads, so I will be doing... Oh, I just found a needle on the floor. Needle don't belong on the floor. Let's put it back with my project. There we go. Shush! Anyway, so it calls for 5 packs of Mill Hill beads. I don't have any of them. I'm going to do French knots. It calls for DMC, which I have, and then it also calls for needle paints, I think is the other kind of floss. I'm going to have to sort of go through and make sure I actually have everything that it's called for. Here's what I'm going to start with first. For whatever reason, yeah, this is not for this project. I put this in here. This is for Raven Queen. This is what I was talking to you about last night, that it called for a gold cry knit cable. Yeah, this is definitely not for this kit, so, this is supposed to be in Raven Queen. I don't know why this is in here, so I'm gonna have to transfer this to Raven Queen. Don't know why that's in there. It's not for this kit. So, I'm gonna go through after I'm done filming and make sure that I have everything, but so far, this is called for on a 28 count summer khaki casual linen. It's stitched 2/2, and this fabric is from Zweigart. That is exactly what I have. So this is the fabric that it is called for. Like I said, 28 count summer khaki casual linen. This is an 18 by 27 piece. This is a 1/4 yard. So this is the same size that I have for Raven Queen. It's huge, huge. So this piece is going to be quite large. But I'm very excited. God, she's a crackhead. Yeah, this is it though. It's very soft, very nice. Yeah, I like it a lot. I'm very excited to stitch that on here. And I need my Q snap back before I do this. But I'm going to do this at some point, not anytime soon. Don't, oh my God, she's stepping on the pattern. Jeez Louise. Boop. Get out of here. Get out of here. I'm going to stitch this at some point in a very long time from now. Ollie, get off of there. Ollie. Come on, bud. Get off of there. He's like crawling on the PlayStation. Get off. Oh, I live in chaos. Get off. Good boy. I don't even remember what I was saying. I'm going to stitch this long in the future and then hang it up for summer. Get out. Go. Ash, go. Thank you. And again, like I said, I'm going to make sure I have everything. But so far, these are the DMC that I have. I'm going to have to check that I actually have everything that's called for. So I'm going to check that today in just a second. That's it, y'all. That's all I have to show you. That's it. So, yeah. Oh, that's not all I have to show you. There's one more thing that I have to tell you about that I have ordered. It is my sign for Christmas. I found a sign that I want to hang up. Ollie, cut the shit. God, I don't remember what it's called or who it's designed by. I'll let you know when it gets here. But this is a picture of it. Just Merry Christmas. Cute little sign. The stitch size is a little bit bigger than a 5x7, so I changed the fabric count to make it fit on a 5x7. It's gonna look good. It's gonna be just fine. I have 2 different kinds of fabric coming. I'll show you guys that when it gets here. But yeah, that's what's out for delivery today. So I'll show you guys that next week when it comes in. Y'all look. Ash, can you get out of the camera frame, please? Go. Ollie, don't put your claws in the fabric. They are both, like, doing the most this morning. Yeah, both of you, get out of here. Thanks. Jeez Louise. Anyway, that's really it for today's video then. Q-snap is coming. Merry Christmas sign is coming. I'm going to make sure I have all the threads for this. That's it. So, very short video today, only 32 minutes, despite the fact that there's 2 weeks worth of stitching to catch you guys up on, but, like, it's fine. Because this is chaotic. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you still enjoyed it, even though it was a little bit much, and it was kind of short. But, yeah, like I said, I'm not buying very much, so there's not a ton to show you, but still a lot of stitching being done. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and a great rest of your week, and I love you all. Bye!